So this is how to build a better business. And today we're going to talk about making offers. We have just gone around the room and we have met everyone that's in the room today. And we've all shared what platform that we are working on. We did put it in the chat for those of you that are tuning in and listening. You can look at the chat. I will copy that out on the replay so you can check some of those links. There are some affiliate links there from some of our members. And again, that's how they're monetizing their platforms, and you can do that as well. And that's a whole different conversation that we can talk about on how to create affiliate links for your business. But
we
today,
don't see your screen.
I haven't shared yet, but now I don't see.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I thought you had
No,
already
my share part has disappeared as well. So so let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, my share screen has disappeared. There it is. So anyway, I am going to share my screen and show the actual academy, and it's my platform on Teachable. And so we're not talking about, and let's see if I can get to it here. Let me find it. Here is my platform. So for those of you that have just tuned in, maybe for the first time, my platform, and I'm going to put this over as public so that you can see how it would look when you first arrive. But this is my platform. I have a homepage, and we talk about story, and I'm going to go through that very briefly so that those that are new can kind of get caught up, and then how folks can connect with me. And then of course you can become a member of the Academy. We have a whole giving back page, and then it gets into all of our topics. And so today we're under this entrepreneur and solopreneur topic. I already have that open, so I'll jump over here. So the curriculum is, we want to add more heart to our business. So we've already talked about that. We start in January from the top. Then we talk about somewhere in January or February, how to create your VPS, your value proposition statement. We sometimes call that your elevator speech, your 30-second commercial. It's what your promise is to your audience. And there's a whole formula on how to do that. That's all in the Academy. You can click on that and it'll show you the formula. And then we talk about storytelling, and which is why your story is so important. Your story is the cornerstone of your business. And so we talk about how to use your story to connect with your buyers. And that's why you'll notice on mine, and I'll go here and see if I can show you again, on the home page, I've got my story. The second link right after my homepage is Kathy's story, because the story is what makes people go, okay, I think she kind of gets it. So that's why a lot of folks will tap into what you're doing, is when they hear your story. So your story is very important. And then we've got some tips here on storytelling and how to build it into your sales strategy. And then your serving is your selling. Once you have your VPS and you have your story, then you're going to start serving your audience. And when you're out there serving them, you're actually selling, because they see what it is that you're bringing to the table, and they connect with you and they go, wow, she's really, not only does she know her stuff, but she's nice about it. And I've heard her story. And all of a sudden your audience is leaning in instead of leaning out when it comes to what you have to say. And then, of course, what we talked about today is you have to actually BBB your website. You want to actually have your website so that folks can find out your story and what your offers are. So you are simply a character, and that character, well, you're not the character. There is a character, and that character has a problem, and that character meets a guide. You are the guide. And you're going to give them a plan and call them to action to help them avoid failure, to end with their success. And so you want your website to kind of do that for you. And so I'm going to show you my website again on how that works. We then talked about how to create a free or opt-in offer, how to create then your first base, your second base, your third base, and finally your home run package. Now, when we're talking offers, I teach all of my students to start with their third base offer and then reverse engineer it. Your third base offer, that's going to be your bread and butter. So think about, and Sherry and I have had this conversation many times, you got to think about what is bringing you the most money. wrap your mind around what is it that you're doing that you're getting paid the most money to do. That is your third based offer. So plug that in at third base. That's the bread and butter of your business. That's the one you don't want to give away. That's the one you don't want to discount. That's not the one you want to give a certificate for if you're at a conference, because that's your bread and butter. Never give away your bread and butter. Then reverse engineer it. If that is going to be your main offer, then what can you offer as a second base? We're going to reverse engineer and go backwards. What would be a second base offer that somebody could buy for whatever price that would lead them up to your third base? And then reverse engineer that even more. What could you give away for free that might entice them to buy your second base, that then they would be such a fan that they would say, oh, I'm definitely going to spend the money for the third base. And then when you go forward, your home run, that's the one that you don't do a lot of, but that's your big ticket. So you want less people, more money. That's the one where you're going to have a glass of champagne because you did that one. You're going to go, oh, let's go celebrate tonight. I sold one of the big ones. Now I'm going to show you how that works on my homepage. When you go back to my homepage and I scroll down, here is, I would like a 30-minute coffee chat with Kathy. That's going to be my freebie. Okay. Anyone can tap into that. It's a 30-minute free chat. And here is what my graphic looks like. Here's that complimentary strategy call. They can come to a free meetup, which is what you guys are doing today. So these are kind of my first base offers, my freebies. Then I go to my second base where you could buy just a course, or I could take you to my third base, which is my bread and butter, which is the membership community where you buy the membership. But you could go on to my home run, which is a one-on-one coaching session. And then as a free gift, you get to attend all of the Freestyle Living trips with us. So any of these makes you a part of the tribe. Okay. So that's how folks can connect with you. Think about what you can plug in to your first, second, third, and fourth base offers for your business. This is my VPS. This is my value proposition statement. This is what I promise my audience. I'm teaching you how to be healthy and how to create passive income. I'm coaching you how to get there faster and design your path so that you can experience freestyle living. So that's what I'm bringing to my audience. Then here I start over with those bases again. Here is my step one, attend a free meetup. Here is step two, buy the course. Here is step three, join the tribe by becoming a member. Here is step four, need a coach. And then here is back to the freebies where you can join us on our tribe trips and you can learn a little bit more about me. You see where I have presented myself as the coach. I've presented myself as the guide to help whoever is trying to build a better business get from point A to point B. And then it kind of segues about midway on my homepage to where you can learn more about me. You can look at my books. You can listen to the podcast. You can take a look at the blog. You can look at our calendar of events. And then we have a speakers cabinet that I give to everyone that I interview. They get a free spot in our speakers cabinet to help promote them. And we have a whole giving page on how we give back to the community. Then from there, there's some folks that say nice things about me. And thank you, Estella. She's on here and she's on the call today. And then it goes into my certifications at the very bottom. And then for those of you that are into the real estate, down here's that little hidden Kathy Benner companies. That takes you over to my real estate page, Sanjay. It's clear down in the footer. Okay. So the reason I put my certifications at the bottom is because folks want to know that I know, but I don't want to lead with that. And I don't know how many of you have gone to a website before, but the person would be at the top in the header of the website with their arms crossed saying, they're #1 author and they've been listed here and they've done this and they've done that. And it makes me feel like, well, good for them, because the website's all about them. And I want the website to be about my customer, the person that I'm trying to guide, that I'm trying to help. And so I wanted my picture to be a group picture. And I wanted to go right into on my website, what is in it for you? Not what's in it for me, what's in it for you, which is why I have my website set up this way. So anyway, we're going to come back over here where we talked about creating all of those. But today I want to give you just a guideline here. And if you wanted to create something very simple, this is going to be your formula. And it can be a digital product. And so for those of you that are listening today, if you go, I don't know what product to bring, I need a freebie, or I need that second base offer. It depends on what it is your business. So we're going to talk about that. So I want to just go through this, and then we're going to see if we can plug someone in here. So this is to launch a simple digital offer in 30 days or less. So the first step is, who do you want to help? You have to be very specific on this. My audience is who is that audience, and what is their big problem? And so this can be in your line of your business. So let's say for me, for example, maybe because I have a writer's lane, maybe I have a group that says we want to start a blog and we don't know how. So my audience is maybe folks that want to start a blog. What is their big problem? Their big problem is they don't know how. They don't know how to start a blog. They don't know what platform to put it on, or how to do that. So what is the solution? I can teach them or show them or give them a platform. I can make it very specific. I can say, I could even have, and we saw some affiliate links when we first got started. I could even have an affiliate link to a blogging platform where I get paid for everybody that clicks through and buys the platform for themselves. So think outside the box on how you can monetize what it is that you're doing. So I could say, well, go to XYZ platform and click through, and I'm going to show you how to set up your blog. And so then I can price it very simply. If this is going to be my freebie, I can say, I'm just going to show you how to do this, and I'll maybe get paid if they buy the platform. But if I actually want to sell the course on how to start a blog, I could price it as maybe my second base offer. And so I might decide to sell it for anywhere between like $27 and $97. Keep it under $100. So I can pick a $27 price point, or a $47, or a $67. We've all seen those on social media where folks are selling, and that's what it is. It's an entry offer to get you to invest in their programs and to get to learn more about them. And so we could deliver this as a second base offer. We could do it as a PDF. We could do it as a workbook. It's however we want to put it together. I could price it simply. I have to come up with whether I'm going to use PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or how I'm going to do it. Now, the reason I like my Teachable is Teachable, again, along with Sherry's platform that she's talking about and Linda's platform, they have a pay source already built into the platform. Am I right, Sherry? Yours has a pay source already built in? Yes, and I know Linda's does, and my Teachable does. So that way I don't have to have a separate app for payment. Mine is built right in. So if I create this right inside my Teachable, I can just have a pay button right inside of Teachable. Teachable takes care of it for me. Then I get to name the product. And I can go over, I don't know if any of you are using chat or not. I do use chat for ideas. I can go over and say, help me name my product. Help me name, on creating a blog. And so I can name the product, and then I can make a list of what my audience or whoever buys this product, I can then list out in a funnel, what it is they're going to receive in the product. And then I have to decide, once I do that, how am I going to share it with the world? Now, again, Sherry's product and Linda's product and my Teachable, all three of these is what I'm most familiar with. We can build our funnels right inside our platforms. So we can actually put together, and I'll back up to that, on what your audience, what your customer will receive. If they buy the how to create a blog program, here's what they'll receive. They'll receive a link to the platform. They'll receive step-by-step process. They'll receive where to get free pictures. So you can just create whatever you want to create there for your product, and list out what they're going to receive in a funnel type formula right inside your platform. And then you get to share it with the world. So then you have to decide where am I going to share this? Am I going to put it on social media? Am I going to send it out to an email list? But you have to have at least 3 actions on how you're going to share this product with the world. And then as a bonus, you can have a buy now button. And you can create, and again, I can create mine right inside my Teachable. It'll have a buy now button right there. I can create the link right there and post it out across my social media. So then you're ready to share. It's going to be imperfect, but it's an offer that you can put out there. If you don't want to charge for it, if you just want to try a freebie to see what kind of traction you'll get, you can create and use this formula all different ways. You can come up here and decide who your audience is and what the problem is and what you're going to teach them and how you're going to deliver it. And this can be a freebie. This can be, click here to get this freebie, and you can just simply have them give you their email address in exchange for this PDF, and that way you're building an email list. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe that's what it is that you're trying to do, is just to create that email list. So when those of you that were on Meetup, when you clicked on the link, you had to put in an email address on Zoom to register to get into the call. So what's happening, see, is that you are giving me your email in exchange for me allowing you onto the call today. So it's a way for me to build, and that's why it's one of my freebies, if that makes sense. It's a way for me to start building my email list. So anyway, I'm going to stop sharing for now. And I want to see if any of you have any questions at this point or thoughts, and see if we can't help get somebody going in the right direction. So who has any comments, aha moments, or thoughts about building their first product offer? And we've got some folks that have built some, and maybe Linda or Sherry would like to share, or even Estella, on how they built their first offer.
I can make a quick comment. This is Linda. I am adding a new small segment to my regular meetings with the automated entrepreneur. And we're going to feature something, some kind of news, a feature, a prompt, something relating to AI. Just a
Okay.
little morsel of goodness that'll be part of each time that we meet, just to get people clued in on something. And sometimes if you just get one prompt that somebody has actually used and can actually confirm that it will help, that can really just rock someone's world. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so just as you were saying, Kathy, I was thinking about, well, I want to give it a name, and I don't want it to be completely lame, like AI corner, or something like that. So I have been going back and forth with 2 different AIs,
Okay.
and they've probably suggested to me, besides the ones that I came up with, I've been like, you're getting there, but you're not there yet, So it's iteration, and they've probably thrown at least 150 different names at me, besides the ones that I've come up with. And I think I just landed on the one I'm going to roll with. I'm going to just think about it a little more. But yeah, it is a process when you're getting ready to roll out something new.
Yes, I understand that. And I can show some folks how that works. Let me ask, and for those of you on the call, you can put it over in the chat. How many are using AI? Give me a yes. And how many are not using AI? Give me a no. Sherry says yes. And I know Linda does. Anybody else? And I use it too for ideas. Give me, oh, Sanjay says yes. Josh, yes. Okay, so you guys are familiar with Estella, yes. You're familiar with how it works. Do we have any no's in the group? Is there anybody that has not used it yet? Because
Kathy,
it's
can I add something?
sure.
I was doing some research for a product that I'm putting together, and I was using ChatGPT and I wasn't getting very far. So
Mhm.
I threw my thoughts over into Gemini. Gemini
Okay.
uses a different backend than ChatGPT, where Copilot uses ChatGPT. So you're going to get very similar things in Copilot. But Gemini uses the full scope of the Google network.
Okay.
And it gave me, no lie, I this plus my notebook, okay?
Shut
But
up.
that is that is one topic that it just shot out all this research on one word that just kind of like blew my mind. Now, granted, I used the prompt to kind of guide it, but it actually gave me all the websites. So I have a list in alphabetical order of all the websites that went along with the information that it pulled out for me. So just a thought for you guys, and Linda, you can add this to your master meetup, is if you're not getting anywhere with one, you do have to go to another one.
Are
Well,
there
and
3 different ones? Like there's Copilot, Gemini, and ChatGPT. Is that what it is?
Those were the three that I mentioned, but there are many more that are coming up. And what's happening is people are creating mini chat GPTs for themselves, and then they are sharing that with others.
Wow.
well, and Sanjay put into the chat, he said, even if you don't know it, many times the Google search answer for your question is an AI answer that's coming up.
It's
Of course.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google
Because
Lens is that little thing that comes up first, and that is an AI summary.
yes. Yes.
And
Is
is
there
Gemini free? Don't they have a free version?
There is a free version. There's also a paid version, and then there's like a on enterprise style version, and same thing with ChatGPT.
Now, which one did you use to get all that fodder?
I started with Chat, and then I flipped over to Gemini, and then I took all that information and I put it back over into Chat, and Chat gave me a summary of the research in like one page. So it was going back and forth between the two to get what I was looking for.
So under the Gemini, is that the paid version that you used?
I do use paid version of both.
Okay.
Jerry, I'm assuming that you did deep research to get that raft of pages there.
Yes, I did. I did use deep research.
What is that?
There's a thing at the very bottom that tells you that talks about which kind of research you're looking for. I was looking for deep research. Yes. Thank you, Linda, for reminding me of that.
Yeah, or else if you're not looking for deep research, you can get overwhelmed by that much research. So it depends, if you're just looking for, like Linda, when you're looking for some names, I don't know that you would have clicked deep research. Maybe you did, I don't know. When you're looking for something to name your program.
No,
But
it was a conversation back and forth,
yeah,
not deep research.
yeah. So if I wanted to name what I was just talking about, where, okay, I'm going to help folks create a blog and I don't know what to name my program, I could go to chat and say, I want to help folks create a blog. I've got a PDF I want to send out to help folks do that. What are some possible names? And I can just ask it something like that and it'll give me, and I can just keep going until something resonates with me. Or is there anyone on the call that's not using AI? I mean, I know if you're, like Sanjay said, if you're using Google, you're probably using some AI. But is there anybody that really doesn't use AI at all or doesn't understand it at all? Or are we all pretty good?
Are you saying beyond ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of that?
Or just even using chat? Are you using chat, Jim?
No, I usually use Perplexity. I hear it's a little
Okay.
more sounder than ChatGPT.
Okay. So, but you're familiar with AI. Okay. Martin, are you
With
using
that much, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, good. Martin, are you using any AI to help research?
At work, no, not really.
Okay. It's a great tool. And Josh, how about you? Are you using chat or any AI to help do any of your research or any of your product building?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all familiar with that. So that's a great way to start to put a product together. So again, decide how you want to guide your audience through your products, but you have to have a place for it to land. And here's one thing that I ask, and oftentimes the answer is no. If someone goes to your website right now, is there a way that they can pay you money? If somebody goes to your website right now, is there a way that they can give you some money? Is there a way they can click through and buy something, buy a program or a product? Is there some way that they can give you money? Does anybody have a platform where you can't? Your person is just an information platform. There's no place for them to give you money. Does anybody have that? I know mine, you can click through and buy either a course or the membership site. Sherry, what do you have on yours that folks can actually buy?
Well, on disabilitylabs.com, that one is up and running and in full force. That one has courses on it. EstherChicks.com, which is what I was talking about earlier today, I still am working on the back end with the bank and stuff because this is how brand new it is. I don't have an official business made with it yet. So the only thing that's on there is free, but on the back end, I do have paid stuff that I am going to be adding when I can clear all those things. So just so that everybody is clear, it's free at the moment only because I don't have all the paperwork finished.
Okay, so that's a work in progress, but you do know that you're headed the direction where people can buy something.
Oh yeah, I am headed. My course will be included in there, and it will be there will be a third base offer with that course.
Okay. And Linda, how about you? There is a spot where folks can actually click through and buy something.
Yes. At this moment, I don't have any trainings that are paid, but I have a cohort-based course that people can sign up and pay. It's currently in waiting list mode.
Okay.
And when I do a paid workshop or those kinds of things, yeah, they can press a button and pay. And of course, anybody that goes to my links page, I have affiliate products that I use and highly recommend in marketing, which is what I'm teaching people how to do. And so if anyone sees something that I use that they're interested in, I can receive a small portion as a commission on the back end of that.
Yes. It's just another way to monetize your business. Linda, good job on that. Estella, how about you? If folks go to your Legal Shield page, there is a way that they can click through and actually buy something?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And we make it very simple, and plus they can explore and get details as well as purchase.
Okay. All right. So how about for those of you that are tapping in for the first time today, how about Sanjay? Do you have a way that folks can actually buy something from you?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Josh says he has to drop off early. So thank you, Josh, for being with us. Jim, how about you? Can folks tap in and buy something?
Buy a product?
Yes. Or a service?
Well, yeah, if they go to the site and click on my my profile, yeah, they can do that.
Okay. Very good. Because I coach some folks that they don't have any way for anybody to actually buy anything from them. Martin, how about you?
No, I don't have anything like this.
Okay, so once you start building a business, keep that in mind as you go through your first base, second base, third base, and home run offers. Make sure that first base one, sometimes folks want, they put it out as a price point of, something. I've seen some recently as low as $7 to buy just a PDF printout or whatever. But oftentimes that first base offer is going to be your freebie. The second base offer is where you're going to start charging, but something under $100, just so folks can tap in to get to know, like, and trust you more. And then it's not until they get to your third base offer that's going to be your bread and butter. And that's the one where, like a membership site, that's something where people are just going to be paying all the time. And that's where you're going to build the most of your income. And then finally, your home run offer is maybe a big ticket item that you really don't. I don't want a lot of one-on-one coaching because of the time commitment. So I only want about 4 or 5 of those at any given time to actually buy into the one-on-one coaching, because I want to give them my undivided attention, and I don't want to get spread too thin and have too many folks in that community of one-on-one coaching at the same time. So that one is my bigger ticket item that is my home run. And then from there, it's all about getting to know me better with the tribe trips and the blogs and the podcast and all of that marketing that I do from there on. So any aha moments today? Any holes in your platform that you feel you need to plug that we talked about today? Any ahas?
My aha was use Meetup.
There you go. Yeah. Sometimes it can be something that simple. Yeah. Sometimes it can be something that simple. Yeah. Anyone else?
Can I make a comment for Estella?
Yes.
So Estella, it becomes super cool once you get that set up. I was away traveling this weekend, and somebody I don't know, I've never heard of, found my meetup group and registered to join at like 2:30 in the morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. And I have people finding me all the time, just coming into the fold.
Okay.
Go and do thou likewise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I've been telling Kathy I'm going to do her coaching, and I just other things come up, but I just need to make this a priority. That's it.
Yep, I get it. I understand completely. I just came off of a writer's weekend. So yeah, my head is like, whoo. Yeah, I came off of a big writer's weekend. So any other aha moments? Sherry's got a hard stop at 1. She had to jump off to get another call. I just want to say thank you so much for being on today. I appreciate you being here. Please feel free. I know when in a meetup like this, it's really hard to hit everybody in their own specific lane, because everybody has a different story. They have a different product. They have a different goal on where they're headed with their business. So anyone that wants to schedule a chat with me and talk one-on-one, we can get right into your lane and talk specifically where you are and what it is you're trying to do and what goals you have and where it is that you're taking your business. And I'd love to talk directly with you. It is a free strategy call, kathybenner.com, and just click on the free strategy and it'll take you right to the calendar to schedule that with me. And,
Kathy,
and then,
I'd like to say something. For anyone that's on here that's new, this has been the most beneficial time. Yeah, I try not to ever miss this, although every now and then something comes up and I can't make it. But I would say come back at least 2 or 3 more times, just so that you can really get a feeling and an understanding of the value of what Kathy and this mastermind has to offer. One time is not going to get it, but it has been extremely valuable and insightful. And Kathy is the bomb. I know that's my slang, but she is awesome. And so are the other ladies that are on here, Linda as well. But I would just say, please, do yourself a favor and just say, hey, let me check this out a couple more times.
Well, and one of the things that I like to bring to the table is once you're a part of the tribe, then I try to promote you as much as I can. And Linda and Estella will attest to that. I know Sherry's had to already jump off, but I try to promote you and what you do out to as many of my tribe members as possible, because the rising tide raises all the ships. So I try my very best to put you in the forefront. I'm always highlighting what you're doing and how you're doing it so that other folks can connect with you. And I know for a fact that I have had folks on this call that did not buy my product, but they bought Estella's, or they bought Linda's, or they bought Sherry's. And that's okay. Because again, the rising tide raises all the ships, and I'm a firm believer of that. So please connect with us again. We would love to help promote you and what it is that you do. All right, with that, it's at the top of the hour and we are going to go for today. So please save this particular Zoom ID. It's the same ID every Monday. The first Monday of every month, we talk about building a better business. The second Monday of every month, we talk about authors and writers. The third Monday is real estate for those of you that are interested in the real estate. And then at 4 o'clock on that third Monday, we do come back with a fitness health and fitness lane. And then finally, the fourth Monday of every month at noon, it's all about networking and connecting. So thank you for being with us. And Sanjay, thank you for the great comments in the chat. And we will see everyone next time. See everyone later. Bye.
Bye.